When it comes to real estate websites, there are a lot of features that you can do now with Claude. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can have features like where on My Neighborhoods, you can have the commute times with Google Maps, and then also be able to put in like nearby grocery stores, nearby coffee shops, and be able to have this creativity is only possible with Claude. And so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can make websites like this and deploy them on your own domains completely with Claude. If you want to see what this one looks like to follow along, you can go to agents.moonify.ai. And again, if you are looking at this video and you're saying, hey, this looks really overwhelming, but I just want a new website, then you can check us out on our website. We have a special promo going on right now where we will build this and deploy this for you and do it at a fraction of the cost, because with a lot of these websites, guys, a lot of you just need a simple blog website to post your blogs to get SEO. This isn't let me show you guys the real blog website where I've got mine posted up. But a lot of you guys want a simple blog website where you can just post blogs and kind of have something to direct people to. And so for that use case, you guys don't need to be spending tons of money on these monthly website subscriptions. I am going to show you how you can do this, host it yourself, and deploy it yourself so that you don't have to pay every month to have something like this done. And so again, and that's included in this, even in the $497. My goal is to show you how to take it and host it yourself and not have the reoccurring fees. The days of the reoccurring fees are completely over. And so in this video, guys, we're going to show you guys how to make real estate websites with Claude, how to go through like tools. Like for instance, if you guys want to go look at my website, I've got all kinds of tools on here. Like what's a good one? Like this Pinellas Trail Explorer is very, very niche. People love the Pinellas Trail here, and they love biking along the Pinellas Trail. And there are a lot of restaurants located specifically on the Pinellas Trail. And so I've actually gone through and verified all the ones that are on the Pinellas Trail so people can see and kind of just visual. So stuff like that, like this is the innovation that I am super, super excited about when it comes to utilizing Claude and being able to do this stuff. And so how do we do this? That's what we're going to get into in this video. Okay, so to get started, what you are going to want to do for this project, really all you need is Vercel. Now, I'm going to recommend that you use Vercel to deploy your website, but that you also go ahead and take the time, maybe at a future date, and set up yourself with GitHub, but you can worry about that later. The reason you're going to want to do that is if this is something that you are going to want to, if this is a project you're going to want to really take deeper, change a lot, tweak a lot, then you're going to want to have a production version and a test version, maybe a V2, a V3, maybe a couple different templates that you're testing out. And so the best way to keep track of all that without getting confused or having, your test version accidentally get deployed to your production version is going to be GitHub. And GitHub is a great secure way to store your code essentially in like a cloud-like setting like Google Drive, but it's a lot more friendly for working with LLMs like Claude. And so the GitHub connection is great for that. So, but for just getting your initial code and your static site up, just the direct Vercel connection with Claude Code is easy enough. And so to do that, it is really, really easy. Once you set up a GitHub account, you're going to go to New Project, and then you're going to hit Add New, and then you're going to go to New Project, and then here, where this plugin is, you're going to want to install the Vercel plugin with Claude Code so that Claude Code can instantly know how to use Vercel, and then also Claude Code can interact with Vercel easily. Now, I am not on the pro trial for Vercel on this account. This is the account that I have my livinginstpetefl.com website deployed from, because you do not need the pro version of Vercel to deploy a project for yourself. If you are deploying a project for other clients, then you would need the pro version of Vercel. But a couple ways to do that. You can click on the copy here and just set up directly with Claude Code. This is the easiest way to do it though. And so we're going to go into Claude Code. We're going to say Claude, fire up Claude, and then we are going to do another terminal here where we type in what we just copied so that we can download the plugin. We're going to hit Y. Great. Now we have the plugin. Now we want to hit install. Great. And now we are good there. And so actually when we load up Claude now, we're going to see that on this one, the Vercel plugin is working. So we can say I just installed the Vercel plugin. Can you check and verify that it's working and tell me what all you have access to with this plugin? And it's that easy to install plugins with Claude Code. Yes, it looks more intimidating, but that's just because this is more of like the LLM's natural environment is how I look at it. Like we're in their space, and that's why they're able to be so productive. I don't know why I spun this one up, but I'm going to shut him down. Actually, let me shut him down. And then we drag this guy up here. And so great. So I'll verify that the Vercel plugin is working. So it's checking that the Vercel plugin is working. But for your guys' sake, it is that easy to get the websites from here to get that connection to Claude. All right. Okay, so now that we have this installed, it is going to be really, really easy for us to move on with the next part of our website build. But that's really all we need to get websites out and deployed to the net. But if we prompt Claude to, hey, create a website for us, he is not going to really be able to create the greatest website. Or really what you guys should do is you should go to claude.ai/design. And this is something that is still in research preview. And in here, you're going to be able to create all kinds of websites. So I'll show you an example of something that I created with Claude recently just within here. And so here's what it looks like. So you can pull up your individual pages. You can tweak them within here. What I love about it is you can literally edit manually like this, but then you can also edit just like commenting with Claude and editing that way. And so it's really just like I like to think of it like I'm working directly with a designer, kind of just giving them feedback and all kinds of things like that. But what's cool is you make each individual page, and that's really the best way to think about websites and even your sitemap in general. And when you hear sitemap, that sounds like really intimidating, but really all a sitemap is, and a good sitemap is just a good organized way of collecting pages in a way that makes sense. So if I'm on the home page and I go to your blog subpage, all your blogs live within that blog subpage and aren't like also living in your neighborhoods page. So that is a good sitemap. And so the good way to think of pages is also in that way. And so you might have one neighborhood design page. Like for instance, we have one 404 error page design, but this might be different based on the use case, just like a neighborhoods page might be different, but you have the same template. But for your guys' sake, the easiest way to design all of that is to start in claude.ai/design, design this all out just through prompting. You can give it examples. You can attach your current website. You can import stuff from GitHub if you want to do that. You can upload files if you want to do that. But there is a lot that you can do just within here. And to start with it is actually really, really cool. Like we'll do a new one here. Let's do guide. All right. I want to create a interactive seller landing page with a accompanying seller guide to go with that landing page so that after the leads log in, they then are shown that web guide, which has interactive charts and all kinds of helpful visuals. Base this off of the current style and design of my website. And what's cool is I have actually uploaded in my design system within claude.ai/design. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that, so that all my designs are in here, like all within this living in St. Pete/design, which I can pull up here. I uploaded my whole website up to here, so it has all my colors, my everything. So it's able to then take that and make more stuff for me. And this is why this is a big productivity unlock. So now it's saying quick questions about the seller landing page plus guide. Who's the seller audience? Local St. Pete homeowners. I would say actually it's going to be just Tampa Bay homeowners in general. I service sellers throughout the entire Tampa Bay area. What's the number one conversion action on the landing page? Yeah, free home evaluation. No. Actually, no. No. Yeah, the seller guide. I will provide a PDF version of the guide, which I'll likely email to them, but for your sake, just create the web guide. I want a web-specific guide that is interactive. and that they can easily scroll through. How should the guide be gated? Email. So for this sake, I'm just going to say, you decide for me. Just decide for me. I'm just going to say decide for me for all of this stuff. And then, yeah, you can tell it the variations. And this will, guys, so you will automatically log in. So this will burn through your credits. This does use your credits, just so you guys know. Just create a prototype quickly. Don't dive too deep I just want something visual that I can show. I'm in the prototyping phase right now. I just want to visualize this idea. When these are done, though, for just the video's sake, I'll show you the one I have on here on the template, which again, guys, if this is something that you are interested in, I can make these for you. We can design these out. We can put all kinds of interactive tools out here. But where I think this is a huge advantage is I think in a world where everybody's offering PDF guides, having a web guide, having something that really helps showcase the luxury, helps showcase that higher level of just service, baby. That is, if that is you and you want something like this done and created for you, again, I can create this for you. I'm advocating for folks to create this themselves. But that being said, if you guys want me to at websites.ai, you can look at how it works, and you can also look at just how I create this for you. Now, there is a step above this that I want to show you guys specifically, and that is this tool here, which is if I go to cms.moonify.ai, I can log in. And I'm already logged in, and this is the admin panel for my website. And this is something that I advocate heavily for on all of your websites. If you deploy your website with WordPress, with Squarespace, with any other service provider, they are going to have a admin-like dashboard for you to easily make tweaks and edits to your website without having to edit the code. I have made a free version of this, and all you have to do is go to GitHub. And on my on one of my projects, which is Puzzled Mushroom 911, don't ask me what that name means. I have no idea what it means. GitHub gave me this name, and people always associate it with shrooms. I've never taken shrooms, but my name is Puzzled Mushroom 911 or 911, which someone was like, what's 911? I'm like, no, 911. But anyhow, so on here, I have this free GitHub repository, which the entire code for this tool, this cms.moonify.ai tool, is on here, and it's completely free. It's completely public. All the prompts I use to build that, you can give these prompts to Claude. The prompts I use to have Claude generate blog posts, to research topics, to do the SEO review, to set up my knowledge base, which is really what's big, because guys, what's huge is I don't write my blogs. I do not write my blogs at all. All my blogs are written by Claude, but what Claude does is he takes my most recent YouTube video and rewrites it as a blog, and then uses the video, my wife's video, uses the video as an indication of what we like to sound like, what's our style, what's our tone, all of that. And so this is just a genius use case for AI, where if you are creating YouTube videos, you can easily scale that into blog posts. And you should be doing this because where this is huge is then to connect to tools like, I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is the tool that everybody uses. And this integrates directly with the Claude MCP. And this is going to give you all, like, you guys got to go and watch this. But this is everything you need when it comes to AI search, when it comes to the SEO traffic, all of that, right? So you plug Claude into this. Claude uses this to help him write the blogs, okay? And then he puts them on this CMS tool. The CMS tool, you can go in here then, and you can make any adjustments that you need within here. And the way you do that is you can go in here and you can comment, or you can just like manually adjust. You can add new sections if you want. You can do all that. You can also do this. You can schedule out the posts. I haven't scheduled out any posts this week. We had some tough stuff in the family this weekend, but I haven't. But the point being, you can schedule out your posts just right in here in this interface. And this is what's cool, is you can go in here individually and you can comment and you can give the AI feedback on the blogs. And so, for instance, in an earlier video, I showed where I commented on this one and I told him to rewrite it, and he rewrote it. And so I showed you guys that one. But anyhow, I'm going to move on with the website build. Let's go back here. Let's see how we're looking. How are we looking here with this design? Still writing. But for your guys' sake, I'm giving you all this stuff. So the CMS tool, that is going to come with this. So this is where Supabase plays into all this, right? And again, this is extra. This is extra. But if you guys really want the unlock and you want a backend that's changing, if you want a website that's constantly changing, you are going to need to not only host the website on Vercel, but you're going to need to have a backend database. And so with your backend database, the way to do that is you have it just like this. And so how I have mine is I have all my blog posts here, and then I can tweak them, I can edit them, I can do all of this stuff within here, just change the messages, all this stuff, the images, the capsules, I can edit, I can do the statuses, all this stuff, right in here. I can do this and edit all this stuff on my website, all the data for my website. And then so if you were to take leads, right? If you were to intake leads on your website, you could also intake leads on the website in here. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. For example, once you're taking like users, you can literally then save people to your website, because every lead that comes in, puts in their name and email, they get saved. And it basically looks like an Excel sheet, and they get saved essentially as users, and they have designated IDs. And so then the information behind their designated ID can be custom to them. And that's how you can have like basically a web app. So every time this user logs in, the data only this data with this ID, his leads, his information is only returned via this ID. By the way, Jim Sells, shout out to you for using the app. Thank you so much. Thank you for using the app, guys. Again, hate to plug myself again. Got to plug myself as many times as I can this video. But if you guys want to try the coolest direct mail tool out there, I am working on this. This is also very, very, you can start for free, and then it's like 25 cents per letter. I give you 10 letters for free, but you can literally send letters through this. You can send letters to expired listings. So this is for agents as well. A lot of agents have sent letters through this tool. We've got 80 users now. 80 users. Shout out 80 users for moonify.ai. So sign up for this. Try this tool. Try sending yourself a letter for free. There's a whole guided onboarding on how to start it, how to use it. Right here in help, you can watch this, and this will show you how to basically connect the account, how to upload your leads, how to tune the AI, how to review and send your first letter, and then how to physically send your letter through this system. You don't even have to print it out and deliver it. Everything happens with the app. So that's there. All right, let's go back here and look at our things. So, okay, so here's our landing page. It's okay. Maybe I do some designs, edits, whatever, but you would do all that in here. Let's see the guide as well. So now it's working on the guide. But for your guys' sake, to get this stuff out of here, all you have to, oh, here we go. Boom. Yeah, I like this. You know, I might tweak it a bit and stuff, but yeah, this looks good. I like that it's behind a kind of like a thing. Anyhow, it works though. There we go. Anyhow, here's the, all right, here's the guide, here's the landing page, and then if we like this, all we have to do is hit in here share, and then you download it as a zip, which is easy, or you can do this handoff to Claude Code. You can copy this command, you can move it back into Claude Code, you can shoot this in here, and you boom, paste that in. So all we've done is connected Claude Code to Vercel, and then we went into claude.ai/design, we created our website design, then we pasted that out of claude.ai design into Vercel. We talked about Supabase and the CMS tool, but we haven't talked about how to go about setting that up yet, but we've gone over the other stuff so far. And so Claude AI is going to build this. All you guys are going to do is go into blog, this puzzle mushroom, and then the blog CMS tool that I got right here. And then you're going to take it, it's a public repository, and you just copy this, and right here, this thing, and then this link, and you just go back in here, you give this to Claude Code, and you say, hey, attach this to my website, look at how it's set up, and make it work and make it work with the way my website's set up. And that is what Claude will do. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. And that is all you guys have got to do to get this set up. So now the next step from here is doing the domain stuff. So if you are buying a new domain, that is going to be the easiest thing ever. All you have to do is go into any of anything and go into domains, and then you just hit add domains, and then you can buy a domain within here. You can search the domains. So you could do like, I don't know, like bobsmiley.com or something like that. I don't know. Damn it, it's going to do that. Oh. So you do something like this, and you can see like which domains are available, or you can transfer in your domain as well. You can add in an existing domain. Now, here's what's cool is now that you've set up the Claude with Vercel, you also don't necessarily have to worry about all this stuff. For example, I'll show you guys what I mean by that. This when I attach to my livingin.stpetefl.com domain, this is not where I have it. I have it bought on Hostinger, and then I did it with the C name. I attached it to Vercel. So if you have your domain somewhere on GoDaddy or something like that, don't worry about that at all. Can you host locally what integrating this with my website would look like? And then when we're done, we'll delete all the files because this was just a prototype. All right, guys. So anyhow, from this point, though, to get it to Vercel, once you have that Vercel integration, just talk to Vercel through any domain stuff, any domain issues. He'll work through all that. But for your guys' sake, that is how you set that up. When it comes to connecting the CMS tool, just give it the GitHub repo. And when it comes to doing, now I promised you guys that I would show you guys how to do these neighborhood things that I have where you can, I don't know if I have them on where you can see the commute times and stuff for each neighborhood. And so with this, I promised you guys I would show you guys how to do this. The way you do this is you use the Google Maps API. And so the way you set this up is you are going to go to wherever your business account is. For me, it's this one. And then you're going to go to your Google console. Okay, once you are in your console, you're going to go to APIs, and then in your credentials, you're going to want to have the Maps Platform API key set up. Grab this key, paste it back into Claude Code, and Claude Code will attach the API and then also filter in what exactly you want him connected to, because things like the Places API you're going to want if you guys want to show people, like on my website, on the bottom, where on like neighborhoods, where you can go when you go to, well, I don't actually have it on this one. On my website, when you go to the what's near here, you could put like if I select a neighborhood, I can put nearby schools, nearby parks, stuff like that. This is through Places Google API connection. And so and these API connections are vital for being able to really elevate what you can do with these websites. And this is how we really need to be thinking. But anyhow, that is really it for this video. Again, once you have all that set up, Claude Code is going to be able to get that deployed and up. But really, that's it, guys. Everything from there really might be custom. But if you have any problems, like, let me know. I'll put my link to book a consultation call. So again, a couple offers. So if you want to just me to do this with you hourly, if you have questions, then I do offer consulting, which you can go to consulting.moonify.ai. And this is for, folks that want to do this themselves. I very much want to advocate for people that want to learn how to do this themselves. I've been doing hourly calls with people, helping set up their Claude Code, things like that. So that's here, consulting.moonify.ai. But if you want me to build out your website for you, we can talk through some different things we can do. I can show you guys some of the stuff that I won't. I'll show you, if you guys want to see some examples, go to go to agents.moonify.ai, and you can see all the, like, an example of kind of what this would look like, and all that. So feel free to look here. But again, where I really want to advocate for too is building out just a static website. I can show you, if you're someone that, you just want a simple website and you want it up, you just want to show it to clients. I totally hear you. Then having something that you pay one-time fee for, and I show you how to set this up on Vercel, how to connect your domain, and how to just have the Vercel subscription going, because it's basically nothing. That is the best thing possible. Like, if you just want something simple, that's like good. Like, you can it'll have the blogs, it'll have everything, it'll have this blog CMS tool with it. I'll show you how to use it so you can scale blog posting with Claude, all that easy for $497. Now with the 1500, and I hate being a salesman, guys, but this is probably something I'm going to take down soon, because I'm only doing this for a limited time, because I really only have capacity to do this for a few people. But for the 1500, what I want to do for you guys is I want to do it to where I build you your website, but then we also talk through, maybe having a guide on your website, a couple more things, like I have this relocation guide on here, maybe a couple more things, and then also talk through like an SEO strategy of getting blogs scheduled and posted. So if you're someone that has YouTube content, I can take your YouTube content and I can rewrite the blogs. Because with the SEO strategy, you're going to want to have SEO pages and you're going to want to have blog posts. And your SEO pages are really going to be data driven and keyword driven. So for instance, there's a lot of people that are searching in Atlanta about moving from Atlanta to St. Pete, but there's not necessarily a lot of content written on this topic. And so I'm writing strategic blog posts on these strategic keywords because of that. Like, here's another one. Here's another one, moving from New Jersey to St. Pete. Like, what are the differences? How do the two compare? Like, what are these things? These are just keyword packed blogs. And the idea is that I don't overwhelm my blog with these posts. And so actually, once you get off that page, you can't even find that post again. It's really just geared towards driving traffic to my other posts, to my other tools, to my other resources, and then putting my resources behind some sort of paywall, or some sort of login, so that I can actually get and collect leads. And then the idea is you think creatively here. You think, where can I go above and beyond to really blow people away, to fix some problems that are hyper local to my area? And there's a lot. There's like this flood zone tool that I made where you can put in any address. Here you can put in, and using Google Maps, again, I auto do this where it auto fills the address, but then you can individually see if the home is in a flood zone or not, and then how close is it to a flood zone. Okay, it's kind of close to AE, right? But the home itself is not in flood zone X, so that's great. So then these tools, again, you could put these behind paywalls. You could create all kinds of even AI-powered calculators. Like, I have this one calculator on here called the House Hack Calculator, where you put in, okay, my gross monthly income is only $2,000. I'm broke. I'm not pre-approved. I'm pre-approved for basically nothing. But if I went for like a quadplex and I got, I don't know, $10,000 in rental income, whoa, this could work. The rental offsets 25%, but if I switch to an ADU, doesn't work. Triplex could work. Duplex could work. Why doesn't it work with an ADU? You're monthly, because the rules are different with ADUs than they are with duplexes. I didn't know that. ADU income is discounted to 75% of the rent, then capped at 30% of your total qualifying income. Multifamily uses 75%. Oh, okay, I get it. So this is a calculator that's actually giving me feedback rather than just telling me I'm wrong, because it uses Claude. Claude's and because the Anthropic AI SDK is available, so that I can make it so that even these things can consume credit, so that people get personalized reports based on their exact scenario. So then the advice is personalized to them. And this is where I think AI is headed. And these tools are going to be the things that people are going to find valuable enough to give you their information on as a lead. And so no longer are the days of, give us your name and number and you can see this home search, or you can see more about this property. Now are the days of let's think outside the box and let's use AI to create products, create innovative tools, create innovative things for buyers and sellers so that we can take back the mantle from Zillow and from these software companies and actually get leads again. And it's going to take agents being okay with Claude Code's scary interface to do this. And I am scared that some folks aren't doing it. And honestly, I don't even know what to do about this, man. I don't even know what to do about this information. But you guys all need to start doing this, is all I'm going to say about this.